Jamie's Quest for the Crystal Egg, a Dino Island adventure. In a cozy spot of a busy town where houses cuddled up like a bunch of colourful mushrooms, there lived a young boy named Jamie. He was 8 years old, with hair the colour of the beach and eyes as blue as a bright summer day. His nose was dotted with freckles, like tiny stars in the evening sky. Jamie loved to learn and solve puzzles, and he was really good at it. Even with birds singing in the morning and the town coming alive, Jamie sometimes felt a little cloud over his head. His heart was heavy, like carrying a bag full of rocks, because his mum and dad had decided to live in different homes. Jamie's world felt shaky, like trying to stand on a jumping castle. But Jamie wasn't alone with his feelings. His little friend, Tricey the Triceratops, with shiny scales that sparkled like sunlight on water and eyes that felt like sitting by a warm fire, was always there to make him smile. "You know, Jamie," Tricey would say with a big smile, "there are lots of other kids who feel just like you do. It's okay. We'll make it through this together." Maybe things can be okay again, Jamie thought, remembering a friend who was happy again after her parents split up. If she could do it, so could I. Jamie wished to join in the fun of his friends playing in the park, but the heaviness in his chest made it hard to run and laugh loudly. Thinking about being away from one parent during playtime made his eyes shiny with tears. He didn't let fall. Deep down, Jamie felt a little bit of hope, like the gentle flap of a butterfly's wings inside him. There's a way to feel better, he thought, even if it's a secret right now. One bright afternoon, while Jamie and Tricey were on an adventure at the edge of town, they met a sparkling dragonfly with wings that looked like a rainbow. It was Whirligig, who was wise and very old, with eyes that glowed like the evening sky. In a voice as gentle as leaves in the wind, Whirligig told them about a special mission to find the crystal egg, hidden deep in the heart of Dino Island. The shiny dragonfly. Whirligig took them to a hidden place where a shiny pool showed a picture of the world getting dark and losing its happiness. "This," said Whirligig, in a voice that sounded like dreaming, "is what might happen if the quest isn't done. The happiness will go away, not just here, but all over." Jamie and Tricey listened, their hearts beating together, as Whirligig's words made pictures in their heads. "Remember," Whirligig said, "I'll be with you even when you can't see me." And then the dragonfly disappeared with a trail of sparkles. This adventure might be the key, Jamie thought, feeling a strong need to start. Maybe it can help me find the happiness I've lost. So, with Tricey next to him, Jamie began his mission. They travelled through fields that whispered, the grass moving in soft waves, and over hills that curved like the waves in the sea. Their trip was like hopping from rock to rock across a little river, every hop a new surprise. Brave steps over the water. "Are we sure we can do this, Tricey?" Jamie asked, his voice filled with his hopes and fears. "Yes, Jamie," Tricey answered, her voice as comfy as a blanket. "Together, we can do anything." Jamie's mind was mixed with excitement and a bit of worry. What if my sad feelings make me stumble on this trip? But he chose to be brave, just like he was on this adventure. At last, they came to a green valley where kind dinosaurs lived, and secret caves waited. At a path split, they stopped, not sure which way to go until Whirligig came back, now shining even brighter, and buzzed down the path on the left, lighting it up like a signal. They followed the bright path, ready to see what was next, their hearts feeling lighter with every step. Laughter in the valley. Stepping onto the bright path, Jamie and Tricey found themselves in a valley where tall grass whispered secrets from long ago. Dino Island was full of the sounds of faraway roars and big plants moving. The sun's warm light made the valley shine like a box of jewels. Their first challenge was at a giggling stream, where the water sang a tune that sounded like the feelings in Jamie's heart. There was a bridge made of twisted vines moving a little as if asking them to come over. "Looks shaky," Jamie said, his voice wobbling like the bridge. Tricey gave him a little push. "Remember, We're braver when we're together. Let's go slowly, just like when we face new things at home. Hand in hand, they started to cross. The bridge swung and made noise, and Jamie's heart beat fast. But with each brave step, he felt lighter, as if the stones in his bag were dropping away. I can do tough things, Jamie realized, feeling a new power growing inside him. On the other side, Whirligig was waiting, buzzing quietly. Good job, Jamie. Every step builds the way to getting better, the dragonfly said, its wings full of hope. Untangling the heart. The next test was waiting for them in a forest with trees so tall their leaves made a roof of green. In the middle of the forest, dino kids were playing hide and seek, but one little dino was too shy to join. Jamie watched, his heart feeling a tug. I know what it's like, little one, he said, getting down to the shy dino's level. It's nice to play with friends. Together, they played the game, their laughter ringing through the trees. Jamie's spirits lifted, the fun of playing melting his worries away. Laughter is a light that makes even the darkest places bright, Whirligig said quietly in the sun and shadows. They kept going to a place where a huge brachiosaurus with a neck like a tower was caught in thick vines. Its sad eyes looked like how Jamie sometimes felt. We'll help you get free, Jamie said, his voice full of promise. He and Tricey worked without stopping, loosening knots and unwrapping vines, their hard work like a dance. As the big dinosaur took its first step without the vines, Jamie's heart felt less heavy. Sometimes we need a little help to get away from what's holding us down, he said out loud. Whirligig's soft light washed over them as it hummed. When we help others, our own hearts heal, Jamie. The center of Dino Island. Their last meeting was at the center of Dino Island, where the special crystal egg was kept. But Hissar, the scary shadow raptor with eyes like burning coals, was guarding it. A cold mist moved around, and Hissar's hissing filled the air with doubt. You'll never find happiness again, Hissar snarled, its voice like sharp claws trying to catch Jamie's heart. But Jamie stood up straight, Tricey by his side. I've learned that happiness can be found, even when it's hidden, Jamie said, strong and sure. With each brave word Jamie said, Hissar's mist cleared, and the raptor stepped back, losing its hold over Jamie. I am brave. I am loved. I can get through this, Jamie said again and again, his words pushing the darkness away. As Hissar disappeared, the crystal egg came out of its hiding place, shining with the purest light. Jamie knew its magic without touching it. He had found the treasure inside himself. Whirligig's eyes twinkled. You've found out the biggest secret, Jamie. The light of happiness never leaves us. We just have to remember it's always there. With a gentle sound, Whirligig showed them a new way, shining with the hope of all the days to come. As they walked, Jamie felt calm. He knew he had the courage for what was ahead, and the way back home felt like coming back from a grand tale with stories to share and happy memories to hold close. Coming home. Feeling light. As Jamie and Tricey made their way back home, everything around them looked magical. The once hard journey was now just playful steps, each one bringing them closer to the warm feeling of home. Trees waved their leaves as if they were clapping for them, and the wind sang a lullaby about being brave and loved. I'm different, Tricey, Jamie said, his face turning into a smile. I've left my heavy coat behind and now I can move around easily. I am brave. I am loved. I can get through tough things. His heart sang like a happy tune. As they got closer to town, it looked just as before but felt brighter. Jamie's blue eyes shone with a new light, and the air buzzed with new chances. Great work, Jamie, Whirligig said with a soft touch. The light inside you will always show you the way. Jamie was full of thanks. Thank you, Whirligig. I'll always remember what we found out on this adventure. Stepping into his mum's house, Jamie felt wrapped in peace, like a soft blanket. The smells and sounds of home made him feel safe, and he knew that, even though things had changed, he could be happy in both his homes. It's okay to be sad, and I will be okay. I am loved, Jamie reminded himself when he felt a little wave of sadness. The next day, Jamie joined his friends in the park. They were playing tag, their laughter filling the air like music. This time, Jamie ran with them, his laughter as light as a feather. "Tag, you're it!" he shouted, tagging a friend softly. His chest was free from the heaviness, and he moved with a new freedom. Life went on, and Jamie found happiness in simple moments. He and Tracy would look up at the stars, dreaming about more adventures. Jamie's heart was like a box full of the sound of laughter, the warmth of friends, and the light of bravery. Sharing the happiness. One sunny day, Jamie saw a new girl in the neighborhood, sitting by herself and looking a little lost. He knew the look in her eyes. It was the same one he used to have. Walking over, Jamie sat with her. "Hi, I'm Jamie. Sometimes new places can feel strange, but I've found out there's always happiness to be found," he said with kindness. The girl looked up, hope sparkling in her eyes. "Really? How did you do that?" Jamie told his story, talking about the mission, the brave words, and the strength he found inside himself. "I can talk about my feelings, and I'm not alone with hard times. You're not alone either," he told her. They laughed and played together, and Jamie knew he was passing on the light that Whirligig had helped him find. Years passed, and Jamie, now grown up, kept the lessons from Dino Island in his heart. He became someone who helps others find their way through hard feelings. Every now and then, he would hear Whirligig's whispers in the wind, reminding him of the trip that changed him. Jamie helped many people, but he never forgot the brave words that helped him. "I am strong and can deal with changes. I can heal and be happy," he would think, looking back at times when his heart felt too heavy. Now an adult, Jamie lived his dream of guiding others on their own journeys toward feeling better. He had turned his tough times into a light for others. The happiness that once seemed lost was now his to share, a light that would always shine.